Alright, Gatos. So, I'm a streamer cat. And we also have some small streamers in the chat. But I really enjoy Twitter sometimes for a guilty pleasure. And that guilty pleasure is the ability to um, to be able to watch a spat over Twitter. So, if you guys didn't know, there are two large creators being cooked, just absolutely cooked on Twitter right now. And that is both Asmongold and Hasan. Asmongold and Hasan are being cooked because we reported last time that Hasan went on record to say he's got one of the most stressful jobs that there is, being a live streamer. And boy, did he get cooked. He got cooked so hard. But what I didn't expect is I didn't expect Asmongold to sympathize, and then by sympathize also pull himself into the crosshairs and start to get cooked a little bit. But he started to get into it with another smaller streamer. Yes, sus, exactly, Cheesy Bread Cat. They're both claiming that their jobs are hard. Like, they're, as streamers, it's very, very stressful. So Asmongold goes Goblin for his Hasan tweet. Does this guy watch? So Asmongold started a fight with Goblin. I don't know who this is. I should have probably pulled him up. No PR is bad, they say. True, Bamchi. True. But Asmon got into it with Goblin, saying, "Buddy conveniently skipped over the YouTube stats to target the platform. I post once a month. Whatever the fuck sakes the narrative, I guess." Compared to what, Sudge? I'm gonna get to that, Neppy. You're not gonna believe what I'm gonna show you. You're not gonna believe what I showed you. But literally, they're arguing whether streaming is a very stressful and it's one of the hardest jobs, essentially. So he went back and forth saying, like, they're kind of spatting each other because, Goblin was calling Asmon out that you're so off base. You're out of touch. You are out of touch. I mean, I can understand if you're doing an active journalism like that one guy whose house got on fire, but if you're mainly a video game base, exactly. So Goblin, starts, taking some jabs at Asmon, but his point is, you and Hasan are millionaires who never had to work a day in your lives. Actually, Hasan and Asmon did do everyday Joe jobs, but I will agree that they're millionaires now. Your entire persona is doing nothing with your life. You got kind of dirty in the mudslinging. And it showed, but the main point was made that no, your job isn't that hard. It is not this stressful. Asmon even was like, well, you seem to, be upset about this. Want to come by my stream and explain your perspective and let me know? And Goblin, turned him down. And they just went back and forth. But, like, everybody saw this, and Asmon was getting cooked. Absolutely cooked. And some people even made some parodies. So this dude made a parody, Limmy. So talking about Asmon and... I'll go on this side. He's talking about Asmon and Hasan making this parody.
Kid, I want to stir up a bit of fucking interest. Listen, see, streaming, hardest job in the world. Harder than doing a coal mine.
True.
See all
True.
the people in coal mines right now across the world? Fuck them.
You don't work as hard as a streamer.
Kid, I want to stir up a bit.
I thought that was funny. Um, but believe it or not, this cat, I even went into the front lines, people giggles. I went into the front lines, I have you know. And I went and investigated this story myself. And I have to show you guys something interesting. Because Asmond was freaking, teetering on this fine line of being like, I agree with you. Your jobs are hard, but my job's hard. My job's just as hard, if not harder. And look, I clipped this. Clip by Ninja Gato. I clipped this. This is my clip, which has 4,000 views. I was in Asma's stream listening to him, and I have to say, sometimes Asma's streams are freaking echo chambers, and it's painful. It is painful to watch because he can be off base, and his mods will just shut down the counterpoint, so he thinks that everybody agrees with him, or he'll just ban people who disagree with him and can't, make a good counter argument. And I clipped him saying this exact thing.
And I do want to reemphasize one point is that I do think that streaming is probably more emotionally taxing than many 9-to-5 jobs.
More taxing than your 9-to-5s.
Like a waiter, but
most of them.
There are many office jobs that don't have the same level of like emotional toll that streaming does. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's harder or easier, but I just think in that specific metric, streaming is very difficult to do. Yeah, absolutely. to a degree, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. And I do want to reemphasize one point is that I do think that streaming is probably more emotionally taxing than many 9-to-5 jobs.
I just can't with this man. I just can't with this man. Like, no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, this cat's a streamer. And I want to stream more. That's why I want to grow as a creator. Because I enjoy this. I have fun doing this. It is a way better job than my normal 9-to-5, which is hunting mice. My human servant has to work 40, 50, 60 hours, and it's emotionally taxing. Like, yeah, Cheesy Bread Cat says, let him work a month at David's Bridal, then let him talk. I think he compares it to an I don't care, just pay me job. Like, he's out of touch because the thing about this is it's what's relative, right? Like, I get it because we as streamers get metrics in our faces all the time. And he's got a company behind him, multiple companies behind him. What he should say is being a streamer and having an org that I own a majority share in, while also being a majority shareholder in a computer technology integration company, while also being a majority shareholder in a talent organization, while also being a majority shareholder in a game development studio. That is stressful. Yes. Yes. Multiple jobs where you're basically CEOs. That's understandable. As being stressful. But not just being an everyday Joe streaming. Like, no. You are so out of touch, bro. Like, and then this also goes to the metric of should you be able to complain about your job? Because for most workers, it's what's relative to them. Like, oh, let me tell you, like Cheesy Bread Cat just gave a good example. You work at a bridal shop. You have never experienced entitlement like a bridezilla. Bridezillas are no freaking joke. They will take customer service expectations to a whole new level. They're freaking psychotic, you know? Don't complain to your customers. Yes, that's another thing, damn chickadee. That's another thing. Um, and I personally think that it's mostly a product that enables you to be able to complain. Because I think how hard you work and how well you're compensated are two very important variables. I've already talked on this channel. Teachers. Teachers are very hardworking. They're literally trying to wrangle 20 to 30 tiny humans, educate them, deal with Karen parents, and they're not paid squat. Freaking restaurant workers, fast food workers have to deal with psychotic customers who will fight them, and they're not paid crap. Like, it's very stressful and emotionally taxing. I don't think Asmond gets to sit on any kind of high horse. And why doesn't he get to sit on one of the high horse? Because he's a freaking millionaire. Like, no, bro. No. You don't have to go through all of that crazy stress and craziness and still have to worry about if I'm going to be able to afford food, energy, a home, or am I going to be homeless? Like, you're a freaking millionaire, dude. Cry into your money. Like, what the fuck? Not to mention, teachers get caught having a normal adult life in the night town. Oh, exactly, cheesy bread cat. A school will fire them if enough parents complain if they have a normal adult life outside of the school. We've seen this where a teacher was fired because he was a streamer, and he cursed a bunch on his stream while playing a video game, which, by the way, had nothing to do with his normal job. He's not like that in the classroom. It was just how he relaxes, and freaking that dude, got fired. Teachers have a lot to deal with the shit administrators too. True, Bam Chicken, true. Teachers don't get enough credit for how hard they work. They don't. So, Asmond, do I think you have the most emotionally draining job as a streamer? No. Do I think you have an emotionally draining role within the multiple orgs and companies that you're a part of? Yes. That you can complain about. But you can also cry into your piles of money, which is not cool. Like, I think a lot of streamers forget that our viewers are literally the ones funding us to be a viewer, or to be a streamer. Like that doesn't feel good when you're saying that your job is harder than my job. Like, to your viewer, like, oh, you viewer who's a teacher, my job's more emotionally stressful than yours. Oh, you viewer who's a freaking cop, my job is more emotionally draining than yours. Like, no. Cop usually, like, they have to fear for their lives on a daily basis. He did say most. So technically he didn't say all. But I feel like he's got this like wishy-washiness about how he talks about stuff, but we get the sentiment. We get the sentiment. You think your job's more emotionally draining than most of your viewers. Also, if you guys didn't think that LSF is a OTK subreddit, I posted this to LSF, my clip. It got it's over. I snipped this before stream, but I also checked on it during stream, and I had 50,000 views. It is the most viewed Reddit content I have ever put on there. But it's at 0 upvotes. 0. And I went to LSF and I looked at. I guess we can just go see what's above it. And I had like 60 comments or something. And let's go see what's on top of live stream fails. Like some of the stories that are up. Because if you don't think moderators have power, moderators have power. All right, what's this? 200. 6 comments, 200 upvotes. About some dude gifting some subscriptions? This is better than the clip I just created for it and lots of people watched? Alinity? 150 upvotes? 10 comments? Freaking LSF. Fuck that subreddit. Fuck it. Anyway, so that's the Out of Touch story. These are the two guys that kind of summarized Hasan and Asmond. Well, I don't need to talk to a therapist. I'm sure their job is so much exactly. Oh, this is how bad it was. This is how bad it was. Even Asmond's editor was like, "Bro, stop. Just shut up."
On February 25th, 2024, 44 years old Asmond Zakhraw Television published a video, which has now become the most disliked video in the history of his channel. The backlash has been so brutal and universal that a response has now become necessary for the future of this channel. But before letting Asmond respond, as you all know, this is first and foremost a Johnny Depp trial channel, and so it's my duty to represent the truth, however unpleasant it might be. A truth that might explain Asmond's erratic behavior.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Give me 1 second. Yeah, what do you guys think about it?
As you can all see, my client was unable to knowingly commit the alleged offence as he was under the influence at the time, impairing his judgment and decision-making capabilities.
True.
But now, let's hear it from Asmond himself. Since
I will say, Asmond's editor knows the only person who's going to win an argument with Asmond is Asmond, like past Asmond.
Genuinely, and with no external pressure.
So yeah, never complain about your job as a content creator.
Never.
Go on.
But you just can't ever complain to your audience about how streaming is hard. That's
No.
really what it is.
No.
Like,
Never.
Never complain about, oh, streaming is so hard. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
Go to a therapist.
True.
Nobody wants to hear it. Stop it. Fucking stop. Nobody cares. Stop it.
Like I said, even Asmond's editor had to like be like, "Dude, just shut up. Just shut up, dude." Clown. Okay. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about that next. All right, let's watch this together. Yes, Dogbot, it is ridiculous. This guy thought his job was hard. So these are I don't know these creators, but I'm gonna subscribe to them because I always appreciate it when just some down to earth black guys just tell it how it is. I always appreciate that. But they are literally dunking on Asmond and Hasan for complaining about their job.
Choose to stream 9 hours.
100%.
They literally can turn it off after 4. They can turn it off after 5. But because they want to make
They're gonna shrink down.
they keep streaming. And then they want to get up here and then complain about how hard it is.
That's not gonna
They're
go well.
choosing it. That's like you do it for money and then complaining it hurts. Today's topic.
True.
Our favorite socialist is getting in trouble.
Okay.
Hamas Piker.
Just said Hamas Piker.
A spiker.
That's a good one.
That's the nickname people are giving him all night.
Yes, a real job can be gruesome. A real
Oh,
job
God.
can make you very tired. But a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean?
No,
In the
they
same
all
way
do.
that 9 hours of streaming.
They all do.
absolutely will.
Shut that shit off, please.
Let's keep listening.
Oh my god.
Cooked.
So a nurse is not that doesn't have a real job?
Yes.
You know what?
A nurse during COVID.
Talk about
Think about that.
so
A
it's-
nurse during COVID that was on mandatory overtime.
Okay. Yeah.
No. Social battery wise, unless you're in retail, unless you're in fucking retail, it's very different. You're out of touch. I'm gonna die.
Getting
There's a lot of
cooked.
people who are accountants in here, and they're misunderstanding what I'm saying. A real job does not expend your social battery in the same way as someone who did a sales job, a real job. Okay, I'm telling you.
He just kept digging the hole. Hasan just kept digging the hole.
Constant performance and people pleasing taps you out from social scenarios. After 9 hours of that, I could probably do fucking physical labor. It would not bother me. But I can't fucking do more social shit. That's my point.
She's a
There are
red cat.
obviously real
Just
jobs
said
out
David's
there that are
bridal.
Good comparisons. Service sector, people-pleasing jobs would be very similar. Those are like, I think, customer service type shit. But like if you're an accountant or if you're even like in sales, my interactions with clients was limited, way more limited than like constantly having to do this for 9 hours with like a back and forth interaction for 9 hours. That's what like
Dude has never had
your social
to
battery
wrangle
and your
engineers.
skill have. Yeah, think about it this way.
True,
Like,
man.
you give
Chickadee,
presentations for your
true.
job, right? Imagine giving a presentation.
I only
for
work
9 hours
weekends,
straight.
but I still
It's like,
find myself
after
not
a
wanting
while,
to go
you'll
to
be like, I
work,
don't wanna
and yet
talk ever
there's
again.
people who have it way harder. Exactly, Cheese Red Cat. Exactly.
I don't know what jobs you worked at, but it seems like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Exactly.
And
You have
some
no
of the
idea.
people that are not doing
You're
the
out of
people
touch,
pleasing
bro.
Job, sometimes the people that you have to sometimes the people that you have to please in your job are your bosses
Exactly.
Or coworkers.
or coworkers.
And coworkers. And
Sometimes you're
customers.
doing those jobs and they
It's
are
a
the ones that are
360.
draining you. Your
It's a
coworkers.
360 circle.
Your definition of what a client is very limited. A client can be someone from outside of your work, comes into your work, and then you have to serve them. But
Yes.
a client can also be other departments of your job that depend on your position.
Exactly.
That's considered a client.
And that's people pleasing. When you have to work with other departments and have to bend over backwards.
They are
so
so out of
people
touch.
Problems exist. You are people pleasing.
If every 6 months you have to have a report, and you're not dealing with people outside of your work, you're just dealing with people inside of your work. And every 6 months, your boss meets you and it's like, yeah, we're gonna see how you're doing at the job. You have to please your people, which are your bosses and whatever standards that there is in the company.
Yep.
The truth about our favorite champagne socialist.
And you can't ban anyone at work. True, Bamsidi. True.
Okay. He's incredibly wealthy. He's always been from a wealthy family, and so this trust fund baby goes on to be very
Please
successful
or
student.
HR. True.
You don't
True.
really know about this hard work life. That's why a lot of these dudes who before the people never come from backgrounds that are actually of the people. He is
No.
top 1% today, and even back then when he was part of his family, he was top 0.1% in Turkey. The truth about Hasan, him talking about work and everybody misunderstanding and they're being really stupid and low IQ when they're listening to his responses, this is just a brat who's always been a bit rich brat. And he's talking about real jobs like he has the experience, but he doesn't.
Exactly.
And he's not the only one.
Freaking
Because
Asmond.
Asmond Gold, okay, reacted to this. I actually like Asmond. I think Asmond Gold is cool, even if he looks homeless every day.
That's on
He is
purpose.
my favorite homeless millionaire streamer. This has been my opinion observing most streamers and content creators. Most of them are completely out of touch with reality.
So
Exactly.
people getting mad. It's a bad take. What's it a bad take? of?
He's too sexy
He
to
says
cancel?
it's accepted socially
What?
Because he's talking to people for 9 hours a day. You really think
Damn,
that's
Chickadee thinks Asmond Gold's
you
sexy?
really think that's not true?
That's not what he said.
I mean, you really think it's not true?
That's not the only thing that he said.
No.
He didn't say that he's drained because he's working 9 hours a day and he's talking to people for 9 hours a day. I can understand that. I can understand the fact that you're going to be drained talking. He said that his job is more draining than
Sus.
any normal job.
Lol.
Excluding
No.
retail, to be fair.
Excluding, right?
And life doesn't work like that.
No.
If he just had said, my work, what I do right now, is extremely draining, you would have just said that. I would have been like, yeah.
Hasan is
man.
too sexy to
But
cancel?
you said
Oh. Okay, Bam, Chickadee.
that your job is more draining than any normal real job. No.
No.
Fucking no, my guy. It doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't.
The world doesn't work like that. Nothing works like that. But what you're gonna include nurses You're gonna talk to me about people in the force?
Mandatory
Socially
overtime
doesn't
during
drain their
COVID.
batteries.
I know so many nurses who quit being
What are
nurses
you talking?
because they could not go to work
But I think his point is that
and
a
get
lot of these
treated
people
like
who
shit.
work in these kinds of jobs after work, they like to go out. They like to go out, grab beers. You know what I mean? Accountants will do that, but then
That's not everybody. That's a couple of people. And if it was so, the city would be filled with happy hour would be every day. Happy hour is on Thursday.
Happy hours
It
on
would
Thursday.
be filled with people
Not
every
ours.
night. Now,
True.
people, they go home. You know why they go home? Because after they go to work, even if they don't feel like it, they got families to attend to.
Mm-hmm.
And they got to do that. That is so out of touch.
They are so out of touch. There's L take.
Let it play for a little bit. And then we'll
It's never get mad.
After
Buddy.
you spend
Welcome, Chucky. Welcome.
9 hours being investigated by thousands of people with every facial movement, everything you say, every word.
He was doubling
with
down.
People constantly trying to disagree with you and
He was
fight
doubling
you.
down.
That's not
Look at his
emotionally
chat.
like
Oh
socially
boy.
draining.
L take. No. Stop.
This is totally understandable.
Do you want to know the biggest privilege these guys got?
Got what?
They choose to stream 9 hours.
Exactly.
100%.
You
They
set your
literally
stream
can turn it
schedule.
off after 4. They can turn it off after 5. But because they want to make more money, they keep streaming. And then they want to get up here and then complain about how hard it is. Who here gets to choose their
You know it's
hours
bad
of
when your
work?
chat's trying to stop
Not a
you.
lot of people.
The fact
Exactly.
that you guys even have
Exactly,
the
choose
gall
it
to compare
back.
yourselves to regular people when your extra hours of labor
No.
are rewarded
No.
with more and more money is insane. It's like the levels of disconnected people. Like, why should we feel any sympathy or give a shit about what your struggles is? You're literally choosing it. That's like you do it for money and then complaining it hurts.
Wow,
Yep.
this slap was hard. Slap softer. Don't slap yourself, dumbass.
Nobody cares.
Nobody.
You have a job where you're extremely gifted and privileged. Nobody
To be
cares.
fair,
You
Asmond's
choose
chat's
your
pretty
hours.
stupid.
Shut the fuck about your problems. And certainly, if you're gonna talk about it, don't compare yourself to regular people.
Yo,
I'm even gonna throw
do not.
OnlyFans models in there. And all the ex-workers and stuff like that. Because what they have to do to make the money that we shut
True.
the fuck up.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I wouldn't do that.
No.
Shout
I
out to
literally
them.
have
Turn it
to.
off.
The shit that they would have to do to make that amount.
Literally. There are women out there who have to bleach their assholes because they do OnlyFans content and want to have a pretty asshole. Gatos, I don't know about you, but I would never bleach my asshole. Like, that's not even a thought. But they go to that length. That is some hard ass work right there.
Shut up.
Do you guys realize?
Oh my
literally,
days.
if they wanted to, this is something that you regular people can't do because you're literally gonna lose your home.
Couldn't you
know
say
what
they
need
chose to do that too?
just to solve all their problems?
Technically, Chucky, technically, yes.
They have to turn that shit up. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Women who have become juggies to deal with the porn industry. True.
Do it again.
True.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Someone actually said real job. What does that mean? A real job is a job that you have. Bullshit jobs are the ones that other people have. It's just that simple.
No.
No.
Okay, this is where I don't understand if these people have ever worked. What a bullshit job is a job where you are paid to literally just exist. You're a number. Like, if you've ever worked for the government, there's a lot of bullshit jobs there. Why? Because the government just got money to spend. They got to meet certain quotas. So they literally hire people. I've been told this on my job. You're there to look busy.
You're there
You know
to
how
look busy.
fucking crazy that is? That is a bullshit job. I could get my 8 hours of work done in 2 hours, but I have to not do that so I can look busy throughout, or else if I finish it too fast and I'm too productive, either
They'll
give me
reward you with more
bullshit
work.
or they'll just literally tell me you're reprimanded for not doing your job. What the fuck is that? That is what it's called, a bullshit job. Those
They'll-
exist.
Most of the time, they
Those exist
reward
in
you with
good
more
jobs.
work.
And then there's real jobs. They're not the same thing.
He makes thousands of dollars a day. Him making takes, trying to relate to normal working people is fucking stupid. Well, there are normal working people that also make thousands of dollars a day. So, like, I don't really understand, like, what your point is. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I don't know what working people you know, the normal working people that are making thousands of dollars.
Dude,
You guys
that's
know what
normal.
$1,000
That's
a day is.
oh,
Let's have granted. Let's say it's $3,000 a day. Do you know how much that is? Over
You're
the course
basically a millionaire.
of a whole month.
That's a lot.
That's $90,000 a month.
Nobody.
You think there's people out here
Nobody does that.
making anywhere from 60 to 70,
No.
making close to $1 million a year?
Nobody does that.
That's not
They're
normal.
lucky if they make
No, they're
minimum
not.
wage.
CEOs from companies sometimes don't even do that. Stop.
This is the problem, okay? And this is what streamers and content creators, okay? Your job, okay? Is it difficult? Maybe, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody cares. Shut the fuck up about it. You want to know why?
Because you get to
You're
cry in your money.
uncompensated.
Yes, you get to
Extremely
cry into your
uncompensated
money.
for the level of difficulty of your
You
job.
can buy
And this is how most
Lamborghinis
people internalize this and whether or not they
and
want to hear about your
mansions.
suffering. How difficult is your job? How well do you get compensated for?
Exactly.
If your job is extremely difficult and hard to manage, but you get paid peanuts, complain as you want. I will never get mad at a garbage man for whining
Nope.
about their job. Want to know why? Because they get peanuts to go pick up your fucking trash.
Well said.
Go ahead.
Exactly.
Your
Exactly.
guys' difficulty level may be at a 4 or 5, but you get compensated so goddamn well. Nobody trying to hear that.
Nobody needs to hear
Whenever
you
people
complain.
come to me like, man,
Cry into your
isn't
money.
YouTube shit hard? I'm like, yeah, I guess, but
It is, but
I get paid so well. I'm gonna shut the fuck up about it. That's what it is.
Listen to this man. Listen to this man.
Because I used to get paid shit to do extremely hard work. That's most people's reality. Most
True.
people are not being compensated half as well as the difficulty of their job. So they don't want to hear you bitch and moan about the fact that it's so socially draining. Like they don't got to deal with the same shit for 1/100th of your paycheck.
Yes.
You're asking for sympathy whilst also belittling their experience, talking about how much harder you have it. Bro, you're not going to get nobody's sympathy. And if you don't understand that, that's because you're fucking out of touch. Nobody's trying to hear that shit. And I know Asmond Gold knows this because a while back, he was telling game developers, I don't give a how hard your shit is. Nobody's trying to hear it. Make the fucking games.
Xavier's tweet was well intentioned, and he
Oh, this dude's
a lot of-
editor
He
clapped
made a
him.
lot of very good points.
but I think it misses the perspective of the consumer.
But
We
yeah,
don't-
it does. And this is the thing: is developers need to stop. Like nobody gives a fuck about. Oh, it's so hard. Shut the fuck up, pussy. Stop crying. Either do it or you don't. Holy fuck! Just nobody cares about. Oh,
True.
It's so hard. Oh, well, this is, bro. You're talking to people that work in construction, and you're gonna say that it's hard. Your job could be more demanding than that. I don't know. But guess what? To them, it's not.
But now when it's you guys, it's like, oh, we want, and you expect sympathy for what reason?
The only person who can defeat
You get paid
Asmund
millions of
is
dollars.
past Asmund.
Half of the time, you guys sit there on the screens shutting the fuck up while something else plays.
True.
You're
True.
just reacting. Or sometimes you play the fucking video and you leave your screen for 30 minutes. You eat on the job. Like, don't pretend like this shit is crazy.
Also, they eat on the job so that they can make that a working expense and deduct it as part of their taxes when they do their taxes at the end of the year. They're literally able to deduct your eating, and the average American can't do that, but they can.
Crazy. Is it socially draining? Sure. I could see that. Don't act like your job is special in comparison to others. It's not.
No, it's not.
It's not. Being in the military, socially draining.
Yes.
Working sales, socially draining.
Very draining.
Even when I didn't have to work, when I was doing remote work and to just be myself with my coworkers, it was socially draining to have to fucking
Yes.
sit in Zoom calls
Zoom
and listen to
calls.
people babble about some dumb shit. Or
You don't
sitting
care.
there looking at fucking spreadsheet and then having to type shit out and my brain just wants to melt. You think after that I want to go talk to a bunch of people?
No.
Is a YouTube game hard? I don't know. What you do for your living? I'm a pastry chef. What time do you get up in the morning? Every morning I wake up at 5 in the morning. I gotta be the pastry, but that's worse than my boss. My boss has to be be there at 3 to get the orders in and
Pastry
and
chef.
and everything and stuff. And how much is that? Oh, that's 12 hours. My job is good. My job is good.
Yeah, he's a content creator. He used to be a pastry chef.
I talk to people and I make so much money, more money than I ever done in my life, and it's so hard because of the comments and everything and stuff. And I get to take breaks whenever the fuck. You see how it sounds? All the people that are like, "Yeah, son, you're dumb." You're talking to people that cannot come.
Cooked.
Not even
Absolutely
understanding. You never
cooked.
had to understand. doing
cooked.
what you're living. And as a matter of fact, I am glad that all this happened, all this in my life happened.
They are
YouTube
glad to
to
be
become
YouTube
this and that,
creators
whatever
because
happened now. So even though I am here where I'm at right now, doing what I do, I can still connect with you because I got the experience of having to do that.
and
having
he
to
won't
do
ever
some
complain
jobs.
about
I'm
his
still
job
doing
and
jobs
say that it's
sometimes.
harder.
Come to me, some coworkers come to me and be like, "Yo, you need to slack because you're making us look bad."
Listen. Nobody wants to hear about problems.
No,
No.
nobody gives a fuck.
Okay?
Because you get to cry to your money.
Your own choice, and literally it's because you're greedy. Because you're greedy.
True.
That's it. Just turn it off.
Turn it off. That easy.
It's so stressful, bro.
God damn, can I try?
Go ahead. How hard is it? Yeah.
Oh, it's
Turn
that
it
little
off,
that
turn it
little
off.
red button.
We're about to live a good life.
PWR.
Yeah, I'm about to go
Hit
make love
it.
to my wife.
Hit it. Make love to our wives.
Oh my God. Working out is so hard. I work out 7 hours. Stop working out that much. Go home. Drink water. Sleep. Fuck. Anything else.
True.
Just stop. Okay. All right. Anyway, that's it for today's video. By the way, we got our second channel, Abba Preaching the Floor, where we like to enjoy ourselves. Do all the funny stuff, Jubilee cut videos, you can get them there. We got Discord, check that out too. All right?
I got a Discord now. Damn. I like these creators. I loved it. I just subscribed. As always, we provide a like and a comment. I have never... Hold on one second. I have never seen Hasan and Asmond cooked so well. Windows button period. Happy cat times 3. I'll share this video with you guys. You guys might check out these creators. I loved it. I loved this video. They absolutely cooked the hell out of these guys. So there's that guy. Going out to YouTube and Twitch. Let me tab over to Kick. Share this with Bam Chickadee. There we go. Sorry, my jaw's going crazy. There we go. Nice. You missed it, Chunky, but I literally clipped it. I'm going to show you. Let me refresh this clip page. Clip by Ninja Gato. So Asmond was watching this video, and it doesn't even matter. This dude just can't shut up. He just can't not double down on his point.